What's up guys, this is the Tech Savvy Scientist, and welcome back to another trade up video. In today's video, we're going to be trading up to a factory new M4A4 Modern Hunter from the Militia Collection. You might say you just pop in 10 Militia mil specs into trade up, factory new of course, to make sure that we get a factory new outcome, and since there's only one outcome, we're guaranteed to get the M4A4 Modern Hunter, which is true, except it's going to be minimal wear. So let's make the floats a little bit lower. So the minimum float for all the mil spec skins in the Militia Collection is 0.06, so let's make it as close as possible, 0.0600001. And oh, it's still minimal wear. So apparently it's impossible to use 10 militia mil specs to craft a factory new militia restricted. And this conclusion is in fact true. And until you couldn't mix collections and trade-ups, it was impossible to craft this M4A4 Modern Hunter in the factory new condition. Without going into an immense amount of detail, you need an average float of under 0.0135 to get the Modern Hunter into factory new, and all the mil specs in the Militia Collection are capped at 0.06. So if the minimum float for all the skins is 0.06, there is absolutely no way that the average float is going to be under that, so it's never going to reach 0.0135. If you want to learn more about float calculations, check out my ultimate guide to trade ups in the top right corner. So what can we do? Well, we have two options. One is to put in one minimal wear Militia mil spec and 9 other low float fillers, and the other is to put in 2 factory new militia skins and 8 low float fillers. First, let's take a look at the minimal wear with 9 fillers. So with this trade up, we're going to need the 1 minimal wear skin from the militia. Let's just say we can get it at a 0.1 float, which is not as easy as it sounds like, but we'll get into that a little bit later. And for 0.1 Nova, we need 0039 filler skins, and the easiest to get that float with is the Scout Acid Fade, because the Scout Acid Fade has a really tight and low float range. And with this trade up, we have a 10% chance to hit the M4A4 Modern Hunter, and it will come in basically the highest float possible for factory new. And you have a 90% chance to hit the other M4, the Nitro, which we don't want to see. Now you already see that this trade up is very risky, and it's also quite expensive. But the 0039 Acid Fades are actually pretty easy to get with how tight the float range is, so you shouldn't have any issue with getting the fillers. And again, we'll get back to the Nova Blaze Orange a little bit later. Let's take a look at the 2 factory new and 8 filler one. Well, you can instantly see a few problems. One is it's like 4 times as expensive, and you only have a 2 times bigger chance to hit the M4. And the other one are the floats. So to get 2 factory new militia mil specs is going to be ridiculously difficult, and you have to get them to 0.065. And since they're a 0.06 capped skin, that's going to be ridiculously hard, and you have to get 2 of them. And that's not even speaking of the fillers. The 0005 Acid Fades are also ridiculously hard to get. It's not impossible, but it's ridiculously hard. Even if you hit the 20%, you barely make profit, so let's just forget about this trade up. So the only viable way to trade up to a Modern Hunter is to use 1 minimal wear mil spec militia skin. Alright, so we need 1 minimal wear militia skin and 9 factory new Acid Fades. Well, for the fillers, it's actually pretty easy to get 0039s. Just go on the market, refresh occasionally, make sure to not overpay, and you should find a few every time you refresh if you wait a while between the refreshes. So you shouldn't have much problem with finding the Acid Fades. Now the militia skin is going to be a lot harder. So you might go on the market and see what you have. Maybe you even consider overpaying a little bit, but then you see that it's basically not even possible to find them, even if you're willing to overpay a significant amount. So the only way to get them is to trade up to them. So here's the trade up I did to get the mil spec militia skins. This is a very scuffed trade up, so there are a lot of collections in there. So I used, of course, a militia skin. It was field tested. Then I used a canals field tested, a control fac new, an ancient fac new, 2 train fac news, and 4 bank fac news. So basically I had a 15.15% chance to hit any of the militia skins, and I included the ancient, the control, and the canals just to be sort of a failsafe. So if I don't get the militia, I still have a decent chance to get some good stuff. So hopefully I can avoid hitting the bank or the train collections. Let's do the first trade up for the first filler. Well, hopefully at least it's going to be the first filler. So we're going to use this Mac 10 Silver. a couple of train skins, this Scar 20 or Mag 7's carbon fiber, the dark filigree, the grassland leaves, a few more bank skins, and finally the CZ from the Ancient Collection. Let's see what we hit. Yes! Militia! Woo! That was quick. I wasn't expecting to get Militia here, but that is amazing. So now I got my input skin from the Militia Collection, which is pretty amazing. I got it first try on the 15%, so can't complain there. But now I just need the 9 fillers. But I wasn't about to do a 10% trade up. So here's what I did. I put in a Havoc skin, a Dust 2 skin, and a Bank skin as well. Now the Havoc skin has 3 outcomes, so that is going to reduce my odds a little bit from 10% to 8.33% to get the M4 Modern Hunter, but I was going to take that little bit of a smaller percentage to get a overall larger percentage to profit on the trade up. So this makes it pretty much a less risky version of the original 1-9 split. And then the Dust 2 and the Bank skins only have 1 outcome, so they serve as failsafes because the AK and the P2K Ember Fade are worth more than the M4 Nitro as they have some trade up value. So I collected all the fillers. The hardest to get was the Deagle Meteorite and the M4 Very Camo because they don't come in as good floats as the Acid Fades. The Acid Fades were pretty easy to get. So I got the fillers together, and I already had the Havoc skin from a previous trade up, and what I did is actually kind of different than what I usually do. I didn't just do the trade up. I sent the trade up to Timo, a fellow trade up YouTuber, for him to do on stream. So I thought that would be a little bit more fun than just me doing the trade up alone. So yeah, here's the clip, and I also recorded my reaction.
Let's go, Bromo. Come on.
Yes!
Okay,
Yes!
it's a
Triple
hypnotic.
nine.
That's
Yes!
not that bad.
Oh.
So it's profit.
Yes.
It's not the profit that you wanted, but it is profit. So that's cool. At least we didn't fail it for you, dude. Where is it? Let's have a look at the float. It is factory new, of course, and it is a 00099.
So unfortunately, we didn't end up with an M4 Modern Hunter today in the factory new condition. But I think this SG553 Hypnotic is a very good outcome. It's definitely a lot better than that stupid Nitro, and also it's a 0009 float, so it's rank 247 lowest float in the world, so it's definitely profit. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to calculate how much because I used inputs from multiple trade-ups, so it would be very, very difficult to nearly impossible to calculate the actual profit. But I am certain that it was profit, especially with this amazing float. So yeah, I'm very happy with how this video turned out. I might be trying some more of these trade-ups to get the M4 Modern Hunter or the P250 Modern Hunter, both in factory new, of course. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little bit different, but I enjoyed making it. If you're still watching, please subscribe to the channel and like this video to show your support. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.